Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again we return to Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan. Monday, Midtown Manhattan. Monday, Midtown Madness. Manhattan. Marvel Heroes. Okay? Because it's showtime. Hi. So, I know what you're saying. But none of you who have currently joined. But Lens, a week ago, you got your 63rd out of 63 characters to the level cap. What more could there possibly be to get done? Well, you might think that. Probably not, but you might think that. However, there's a thing called prestige. And what we do is we buy an ancient gourd of prestige. Luke, I'm talking. God, I hate it when he does that. Ancient gourd of prestige. It will cost me 10 eternity splinters. I have one. So what happens when you use the gourd? Well, move that down here because we're going to click on it. We'll advance to prestige level 1 with Luke Cage, and his name, my name, Lens, will become blue. Restart the game at level 1. Defeats reset to 0.
Webhead, you're welcome in my neighborhood anytime.
Yes. And here we are, where it all starts. Except we're not going to start here. Lone Star Wolf, hello. Well, look at that. I'm level 1 again. And all of my gear has been unequipped. Don't worry, this is expected. Well, almost gear. My legendary is still equipped, and my incredibly normal shrunken cow is still equipped. And we get another copy of our costume. And now we just level up again. And you do it again, your name becomes blue, green, blue, purple, then I think red. And the last one is not just a single rerunning through the leveling process, it's 25, I believe. Which is a lot. Remote mission, yeah, I don't want that. We'll want to do body slide. Doesn't want body slider use. Fine, then we'll just go back to Avengers Tower and then out into Midtown to start leveling up yet again. Now, the fact that I have my legendary weapon means I do enormous amounts of damage for a level 1 character. I mean, ludicrous amounts.
That'll keep me in the fight.
I'm level 2.
Sweet Christmas.
Sweet Christmas indeed.
Every time I see it, I get a sudden hankering for me.
Level 3.
Sweet Christmas.
Level 4. Lots of Christmas going around.
Now that is what I call bling.
I'm really not a fan of that phrasing. I am playing Luke Cage. Now, I have played Luke Cage before to cap and got him cosmically past the test. But this is prestiging, which removes all of your equipment, takes you back to level 1. And gives your name a different color when you're on that character. No more. Luke Cage. Sweet Christmas.
humanity.
Well, almost all of your equipment is unequipped. Yeah, I do an extra 800 physical damage, 800 critical hit rating, and 800 brutal rating. Which means most things die really fast. There are 5 or 6 levels of prestige in the game, and the last one is insanity. Got to do it 20 or 25 times, the same thing. Same leveling process to get that last color. The color yellow. Alright, where are the bosses? Bosses! Looking for the bosses. All the way down in the worst, farthest away possible location. I do not yet have my movement skill. Luke Cage is a very powerful character in-game.
My time has come.
How's it? He says his time has come. I'm dubious. Good evening, DM. Down goes Curse.
For your crimes, I should banish you to the negative zone. I'm not that cruel.
Malekith, you're going down too. You're not gonna like it.
Not from where I said. Malekith shall return.
Only in a rerun.
You're no match for me or my team.
Must be nice knowing a whole country's got your back.
That's level 10.
Sweet Christmas.
So now I have my travel skill. We can head back. Go into the testing room. Pop open our boxes of XP and get the appropriate levels. And be right back at it. Worldstone caches. That's just a currency.
That'd be a nice age. Sweet Christmas.
Level
Sweet
16.
Christmas.
And,
Sweet Christmas.
and evidently Christmas is sweet. Oh, not that one. Dumas. That one. Give me a sec. We've got the elbow drop. The elbow drop goes there. Cage was here. Goes there, I do believe. That we won't be using. I don't think any of these actually end up making the actual build. Except the movement skill. Yeah, some of his dialogue, I haven't seen the series, so I can't comment on the series. But some of his dialogue in the game seems, I'm going to be generous, a bit dated. I have a phone call. I'm going to need to get that. One sec.
Want to see me do that again?
Another case where somebody didn't like my message. Sorry, I was in a rush. They heard my message and hung up. Who does a thing like that? Oh, that's right. A scammer, maybe? A jerk? Definitely. This is not over. Dude, I'm not yours. I'm sorry. I'm spoken for. I belong to chat.
No way. Can't be done.
Bested by apes. That's right.
Back in time to beat you again, but once was enough for me.
Octodoctopus. That's Reed Richards spinning around with fists the size of beach balls. You ever wonder about how Reed satisfies? Yeah, I'm not even gonna finish. Hey, pardon me, but I was walking here. Let's go back down to the training room. Cosmic. Currently 19, should get about 23, I think.
Hot damn.
23 indeed.
Hot damn.
24. 5 indeed.
Christmas.
Hot damn, sweet Christmas. Really, the lingo's a bit much. The slang. Midtown Madness, an anniversary event. What a day to grind. Indeed it is, Hodge. I am prestiging because I'm fresh out of level 1 characters. I've got all level 60s except Luke here, who's gained 24 levels in 13 minutes. How you doing, Hodge? Have you gotten lots and lots of the anniversary cake pieces and spent a shitload of them like I have? Let's see, that goes there. Give me a sec. I need to check on that. Next up is car, Christmas tree, and then Iron Fist. No. Iron Fist, and then car, I think. And then the Sig. Cosmic Trilogy, Star-Lord. Yeah, I didn't have much problem with Star-Lord. I mean, obviously, I've got all the synergies and I assume more infinity points than you, and that obviously helps, but I had no problem with Star-Lord. Farming some SAW. Not sure. Well, it depends on when you played. Remember, I don't know if you played during the later era of the game, after the biggest update ever, but characters changed a lot as they were prepping to bring out the console version of the game.
Luke, I'm proud to call you an Avenger.
Oop.
No way. Can't be
Some characters got squishy that were previously strong, some got strong that were previously squishy, and some characters that were really good basically became really bad, or at least a lot less fun.
You call yourself a big deal, but who's laying on the ground now?
Brain is mightier than the sword.
I mean, one of the things I enjoyed about Doctor Strange is gone after they did the biggest update ever. Used to be you could have multiple hotbars. You could have 2 hotbars and you could swap between the 2 hotbars. And so for him, he had a whole bunch of skills that you would pop into the second hotbar. You go boop, 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 and then pop back to your main hotbar to continue your rotation. I ended up using one of the Iron Fist builds that rotates through a lot of stances. 300 infinity points. I think I'm at almost 600. I recently added Star-Lord and who else to my list of cosmics? I'm up to 14 cosmics now with Star-Lord and Colossus. Colossus was straightforward too. Hey, Classy Bogan. All the stances to lower the CD on the SIG. Yes, that is, I'm pretty sure, the one that I played. It was definitely a stancing build.
Hot damn!
Hot damn! 27.
Hot damn!
And our first low-level usable uniques. Might as well equip that too, for now. For those who aren't familiar, I went through the prestiging. Prestiging lowers your character back to level 1, changes the color of your name, and unequips almost all of your gear. And you can prestige multiple times. There's 5 or 6 different colors, and the last one requires you to, instead of just prestiging one more time to get a new color, requires you to prestige, I think, 25 times to upgrade to the final tier. Dempsey roll. That was the old game version. You had skill points that you could apply. Basically, skills came in 3 types. 1-point wonders you'd put 1 point into, points where you'd put in points until you got to a certain level, and then other ones where you just pour in all your extra points into for more damage. Right now, the system is significantly simpler than it used to be. It used to be there were 3 lines, and you could take points and spread them out amongst things in a fashion more similar to Diablo and Diablo 2. Oh, to 60? Yeah. I get that soon. I'm at 28. Okay, 4 more bosses. At least I haven't got the shit wave. Sorry, the Sentinels wave.
My leg!
This should finish you off.
So when I watch the game being played, there's a guy, DGen TP, who streams the game most of the time. He plays other games too. Anyway, last night he finally got his 63rd and final character, and he got them all of them, through random hero boxes. That doesn't sound too bad until you realize that had to be like, I'm going to guess 500 or 600 random boxes.
This war is not over.
Hot damn! Oh yeah.
I got like my first 20 or 22, I think it was 22, through random hero boxes. but I was starting to get a lot of dupes, so I stopped using the random hero boxes and just used 400 points to get the next hero I wanted. He committed to the bit. Yeah, he was leveling off X23 until he got Rogue. Rest of the time then he spent in Rogue. Basically just playing on Rogue. Rogue's really easy to play and chat, so yeah, I'm guessing you're familiar with Degen. Oh, we got a nice random drop. That's cool. Not sure how. Maybe somebody dropped it on the ground? Not tradable, not droppable. It dropped for me. Weird. I didn't know a level 60 could drop for a level 29. Now 30. Almost 30. Did I God damn it, I went to the wrong training room. I have cheated myself out of like 8 boxes worth of XP. I didn't know Wilfred Wong was playing again. I know Degen has been playing a lot,
Hot damn.
which is very cool. I like Degen a lot. I don't think I watched Twitch back in the proverbial day, so. But I do remember Wilfred Wong's many, many videos.
Reed, we could use your keen mind on this problem.
Yeah, somehow I got a Bullseye's deck of cards. Presumably out of beating Bullseye back there. And as a level 60 artifact. I'd like to thank him, but I already have my level 60 artifacts ready to go. It's very thoughtful of him, very nice, but yeah, I don't need that. It will, however, get salted away for somebody else. Rogue is a good choice simply because once you get all of the powers off of the other heroes and villains you need, it plays very straightforwardly. It's a summoner. For those who are not familiar with that particular character in this game, they have the ability to steal a skill from every hero and villain and a lot of other various characters, the team-ups, and then they can mix and match them. So there is no character in the game that has as much flexibility. A minute ago, I believe I was talking about the shit wave, and we're now on the shit wave. It's the Sentinels. Only one of them drops loot. Well, drops any significant amount of loot. That's the Mega Sentinel, who's almost dead already. I have done a fair amount of farming on Rogue, simply because once you've got the Rogue, all the skills and everything you need, it's a really strong summoner build. Well, if Wilfred Wong is back, then I believe his first name's Tony Bing. Can't be far behind. I'll have a lot of his build videos I remember using as well. I don't know if those are tradable. If they are, I think I have plenty of them. I would love to trade one to you. If they're tradable. I would lean probably not. Torsos. That's crossbones. I have 1 mini sentinel and 17 torsos. Not tradable, not droppable. Sorry. And then one of the mini sentinels, and I guess all they do is sell? I was so disappointed. I thought they actually were useful for something other than just cash money. Well, and an achieve, I guess, right? All right, give me a second here to rearrange my skills and stuff. Christmas goes there, and the car goes there. Now, if memory serves, I want to get the rotation right here. It's not a complicated rotation. It's pretty straightforward. Sure, you sold one earlier on. You don't need this. Yeah, more stuff cluttering up your bank. Spend your combo points with that. Repeat the rotation, now using that as the finisher. Ah, okay, so that goes there then. And Iron Fist. Does that go in front of both? Call Iron Fist after your SIG for the first time. Right, okay, so it's that. Yeah, all right. We'll do one more round in Midtown, and then we're off to the storyline again, because that's faster. I don't care about other people's stuff, man. I don't think I want to know how good it feels, dude. That's just a little bit more information than I need.
Oh yeah, come to Papa.
Hey! Punch and punch. I cast Fist. Ooh. Do I look mental? Don't answer that. There is no hodgepodge to be found on social. I'm just Lens, you know. I'm a simple man with a simple plan.
You should have never interfered. This is a heart. Check out my toys.
Oh, look, it's Bullseye. Well, let's see. Stop running around, you little bastard. How the hell can I unleash hell upon you if you keep moving around? Dempsey Roll does a pretty effective job.
Here I come. Check out my toys.
Stop moving around.
No way. Captain.
Just you wait.
Okay, Rhino does his charge, and I Dempsey roll him, peeling most of his health off, and then I hit him with a car, and that takes the rest of his health off. A nice tactical use of a car can stop almost any villain.
Within every cell shouldn't be physically possible, Ms. Gray.
Ah, very nice. Did you keep the 2 in your name? One of the things DGen mentioned last night was that some people have kept the 2 in their name as an homage to having been on Tahiti 2. There were 2 servers. They merged. as an explanation. Well, you can just throw a friend invite to Lens. And if you're smart, you can intentionally misspell it and say, I don't know, it just says you don't exist. All right, we are now going to go through some of the storyline. To get us the rest of the way to 60.
Here comes the Juggernaut!
I'm not sure why I said here comes the Juggernaut, because I'm not the Juggernaut, it turns out.
Knuckle sandwich shakes.
I've never actually tasted a knuckle sandwich.
System activated. Thanks. Now we have eyes and ears inside the facility again.
I need a jolt.
Need a jolt!
He needs a jolt.
I'm not going back in that cell.
Pretty sure you're going back in that cell.
You don't matter.
I didn't even get through that attack.
No wonder Fury speaks so highly of you.
How was I going to do something? Oh, that's what I was going to do. We don't need Agent Coulson. We're currently working on... I did a random team-up unlock and sadly got my second version of Sam Wilson. It's the Captain American Sam Wilson, which is, you know, probably better. At least cooler than the flying bird version.
Gonna make you bleed, fool!
I'm going to be a bleeding fool then, I guess. Why didn't he get knocked the bleep out? Oh look, it's time to play. He didn't say it.
Oh, look!
there.
It's time to play.
I managed to miss him with all of those attacks. Not this time. It's never over. Getting 34.
Too much for you. Now boarding all rope. Friend Luke, tell me again of this sweet Christmas holiday you celebrate.
I think we use Relentless. Give me just a second. Just a tiny little second. Yeah, it is. Elbow drop and vehicular manslaughter generate twice as much combo points. Twice as many? Twice as much? Twice as many. It's twice as many. English, you know.
You ready to go?
Looks like I just won the bet.
You want to bet? On what, Coulson?
How'd I get the job of cleaning up Shield's mistakes?
Ding 35.
Hot damn!
Through the cemetery gates. Keats and Yates are on your side. Wild is on mine. Old guy music reference. Okay, that does it. Give him a phone. right, who left big globs of globby goo around? It's somebody's. I'm not cleaning this up, okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
real nice.
Was it real nice? Or was it just real nice?
No way. Can't be done.
Okay, Venom. I did it again. All right, we got our another batch of Eternity Splinters. I have many of them now.
Shake it again.
Dang, 37. Next up, Octodoctopus. And some collateral damage to vehicles. It's not my fault, really. I'm invincible, basically. Bulletproof. No, it's not Octodoctopus yet. It's Shocker. That's right. That's right. It's the Shocker. I feel a sneeze coming on. We'll see if it's going to make an appearance or if it's merely threatening to.
Yeah. Time to shake this place down. You can still run away.
Why would I want to do that?
Hot damn. Luke Cage just shut you down.
Now, I believe we have Octodoctopus. Good evening, Hodgepodge. Tahiti proud. You do. Contrary to popular belief, those who maybe hang around in EBM stream might think you were an AI bot. Not for the particularly effective use of linking in clips of her. No AI is going to do that quite the right way. And he even has a voice, folks. I've heard it a couple of times. It's very mellifluous.
Now.
And now we finish him with the Dempsey roll.
So close.
You weren't close, dude. Really, you
Thought you
weren't.
was some badass villain.
I sensed that you would come here.
Sweet Christmas.
I believe we also have Business is Good is the next one. I will check. Indeed. When you defeat a boss, gain job well done. Credit fine, base damage, cooldown. Lasts for 2 minutes. I just don't think the other two are any good because I don't think I use the other skills. This one's not any good particularly either. But at least it has some tangible benefit.
Just thought I'd mention the fact that you may see a lot of
You!
around here. That's a a big part of why we're after the tablet. Something seems to be playing jump rope with the fabric of reality.
You ever get stuck small, Ant-Man?
That's not the kind of thing you ask a man, Luke. I mean, come on, dude. Seriously. You don't ask a man if he ever gets stuck being small. And seriously.
I hope you don't get air.
I'm off to Jersey. I've been to New Jersey once. Well, the Jersey City Airport. And I have to say this, in all honesty, the airport felt like the world's biggest bus station. It looked like a bus station. It smelled like a bus station. It gave off bus station vibes. And level 45.
Hot damn!
Next up was here, I think, Lethal Fists. Yeah. Charge up time is removed. Damage is 100%. Cooldown, 12 seconds. And elbow drop crit is now 100%. So this now is instant, but has a cooldown, and this one now always crits. That's a really good value in a single point. Pardon me, coming through, coming through, pardon me, excuse me. Pardon me, sir, pardon me, just coming through. Something summoning the Sentinel, and I don't even know what the hell it is. That? Must be that. Yep. That's not one I remember ever having equipped on anyone. Ding 47. Hot damn. 32, 38, 44, 50, and 56. Hike. And it was DGen TV who pointed out to me that there are some what look like necessary quest locations that you can just run past. And this is one of them. You don't have to go in, although the Taskmaster video is hilarious. Don't have to go in. The two guys when you get to the beach, when you're going to Madripoor, you just have to run past them. Speeds up the leveling process a little bit.
Sweet Christmas.
Yes, sweet Christmas. We know. Oh my gosh. Can you find anything else to say, Luke? I mean, anything. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, class is in session.
Alright, looks like class is in session. Almost beat Thor with this move.
Sure you did. He almost beat Thor.
Okay, punk. Let's see you imitate my bulletproof skin.
I guess I've learned my lesson.
I press F to doubt.
Guess you never learned how to take a pump. I'm all about broadening my expertise.
Next one was here. No, that's one we just had. Here, I think, Street Justice. Chunk of concrete becomes a finisher. Right? No, maybe not. Double check. Yeah, that one. Vehicular manslaughter becomes a finisher. Yeah, that one we do use. Builder and Spender. Not a lot of Builder and Spender classes in the game. They managed to mix around the mechanics, I think, quite successfully. Level 51. Level 51 and Hot Dam. Because nobody wants a cold dam. Although, in Dante's Inferno, the very lowest level of hell, in fact, is frozen. Lucifer is buried in the ice up to his waist. I'm looking forward to this. His 3 heads chew the 3 great traitors of history, according to Dante. Judas, of course, and then Cassius and Brutus, who betrayed Caesar. Today you learned.
Surprise! Well, that sucked.
Quit your meditating and let's go bust some. The good news is that bulletproof skin works against ninja too.
But they don't use bullets. Or they're just not very good at ninjaing.
I have the course laid.
We're off to Madripoor. Which is Singapore, except Singapore also exists in Marvel. It's complicated. And these are the hero, or the baddies you're supposed to beat up, but you only have to actually run past. Dude. Not that way. So long. Ding 54. There was something else I wanted to specifically do after I got Luke Cage here fully prestiged up. By fully, I mean 1. I can't remember what the hell it was. Old brains! They're not as good as you would hope.
Death has come for you. Surrender to me.
Don't wanna. How about instead I just beat the living crap out of you?
Stop me.
Dude, Doc do?
That'd be a nice edge. Sweet Christmas.
And back here, I believe Sweet Christmas applies quickened to all allies. Reduces the remaining cooldown time of your powers by 12 seconds. And also, attack and move speed increased by 25%. It's quickness! Or alacrity! I can never keep them straight. Honest to God, I can't. Alright, we need to find 3 snake altars and destroy them. I don't think these are skippable, sadly. One. No, they're not skippable because last night D-Gen was complaining about this quest because he wasn't finding any of this stupid. Can we stop? Thank you. About not being able to find any of them. All right, Snackman. Ah! Hodge, if you're still there, have you done the new event that was added to the server yet? Whoop, whoop, whoop. The invasion of Manhattan by dinosaurs? The first new event to be added.
Hot damn!
Saw something about it in the Discord. There's an NPC just to like the southwest of the waypoint in Stark Tower called something like Shauna or something. And that'll put you into what'll look like Midtown, but it's not. And I think it scales. I'm not sure if you can solo it or not, but if it does scale, if your character's good, you should be able to solo it. I was doing it last night for the first time on DGen's stream with DGen. And it is a guaranteed when you finish, if you finish. Basically, there's 7 waves, and it's either 6 waves in a boss or 7 waves in a boss. And basically, you want everyone to stick together, and you just kill all the mobs that spawn. There's a bar that slowly progresses. If it reaches the end, you fail and are immediately just booted out. Also, apparently, there is one other mechanic where like a silver ball appears somewhere on the map, and someone's got to chase that down. I didn't see that part in action. But if you complete the whole thing, you do get a random cosmic artifact. When I get here up to, back up to 60, which will be pretty quick.
Let's just get a new one.
I think I'll probably get it before I get to Electra, so inside 5 minutes. I'll activate it and we'll see what happens if I go in solo, if it joins me in a group. I think by default it will try and group you.
I'm guessing you're not here on vacation.
Gosh, he's a brainiac. Brainiac, he's a brainiac. Can we get through this way? That is a no. It's not an especially interesting instance or anything. It's just, oh, more mob spawn, kill them. Oh, more mob spawn, kill them. I guess maybe with the exception of the silver orb, because I don't know how that part works because I didn't see that in action. Somebody was running off and grabbing the orb every time it popped up.
You're never more alive than when you're about to die.
Yeah, you're never more alive than when you're about to die. Sounds like crazy talk. Not gonna lie. Crazy talk.
Search a city full of Hydra for a building full of ninja. No problem.
Just a day in the life. Of a superhero. How similar it is to the Danger Room stuff. Yeah, in my experience, the Danger Room stuff is more batches of mobs that you're running through in a map. This is the map spawn around, or the mobs spawn around you, and if you split up, they spawn around the various people, so you're better off everyone basically staying close together. I haven't done any of the danger room stuff with other people, so I don't know how that really reacts, if that's any different. I've done a little bit of the danger room, for instance, on Rogue to get one of the powers you want, the Mole Man power for summoning moloids. You have to do a specific mission in the Holo sim, and even then, it's I think I had to run it like 4 times or 6 times to get the one mob you need to be able to drain the power off of.
Your fate is sealed.
My face is sealed, guys. I'm sure that's what she says.
No way. Can't be done.
They keep resummoning themselves if you don't finish them all off at like once. All right, we got them. And now we can finally maybe hit Electro. Oh, we don't want to. There we are. She's back. Would you stop with your abilities and stuff and all your friends so that I can use my Dempsey roll and just about put you away? There we go. Ding 60. Oh. We got cake. Delicious. Nutritious. 3rd year anniversary cake. It's probably not actually delicious. And it's certainly not nutritious. But Hodge, it wouldn't surprise me if they used basically the programming, the code that's already out there for the danger room with, modifications and whatnot. This is who you talk to, Shanna. She's just to the southwest of the Avengers Tower, right there. In not much at all, actually.
Good to see you, Luke.
Okay, so we can open up all of these and get whatever is useful, if anything, out of them. Which is, no, not really.
I stand ready to assist your selection.
All right, we put away the bits and pieces that weren't on Luke 58 minutes and 40 seconds ago. No. Yeah, that'll do. All right, and everything goes back on. No. Make sure we've got everything in the right places, in the right amounts. Yes, and those sell, and we drop the extra Luke, which is a weird turn of phrase when you think about it. In there. The House of M costume, the Ant-Man, classic Hank Pym. I can put that away on him. Anyway, we can sell all of those.
I assure you,
We have
it's
2
no trouble at all.
leftover uniques from the re-leveling process, and we can feed those to Old Lace. And I will enter,
What brings you all the way down here?
whatever the cause, they're your problem now too. Go on, show them who really rules this jungle. Travel to Dinos Invade Manhattan. It's not that doesn't have much of a ring of a name, but we'll find out if I go in solo. I believe that. Yep, there's at least one other player in here. There's at least 2 players in here. You're definitely better off
No way. Can't be done.
sticking together. Well, so far, we're certainly in no danger of failing right now. As you can see the bar at the top that says complete simulation. I hadn't considered it, but that is a really good. The Ghost Rider build with using the skill that guy is using is a really good skill for this. Large AE, and you can just sort of keep it rolling. They are in wave 1 of 7. It does take a while. Alright, there's 2 of the other players. Basically, he's riding around. I'm not sure that's the right idea. Basically, you want to try and stick together as... That makes all of the mobs spawn in the same place, so you can group up and kill them faster. But I do have to say that is a very good choice for this. Alright, we got our 5/5 slice of cake, so we've got to pick that all up. I'll pick up all the goodies. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. That strikes me as a really good build. It's a good AE with a lot of movement. So, I get why he would do it that way. In fact, 5 guys doing that might trivialize the content. Wouldn't that be bad? But we're still in wave 1, so... Is there a second guy in it? That may turn out to be something of an exploit, shall we say. No, it looks like there's just the one. Alright, that's the first wave. That may be especially good if he's got a way of keeping his energy up so that he can basically, like, has energy on hit or something like that. I'm not sure how likely that is. Oh, hi, guys. My build, on the other hand, is probably not ideal in that it does okay AE, but is really a single target beast. Also, interestingly, not only can you get any a cosmic of any game, any artifact that was in the game, you can get cosmics that were never released into the game, that were they were data mined but never actually released. So they are in the data for the game, but were never actually in the game. I will note that the simulation is kind of getting away from us a little bit. Even with Mr. Spinorama running around here. Lots of cake slices. That's always good. It's been a while since I actually had any cake. Let me grab the speed up. It's using the tile set, or at least parts of it, from Midtown. I believe DGen said that it's randomized, though. So it doesn't give you exactly the same setup every time. That is the sound of a squirrel girl. That was pointless. We're still in, okay, Elmo Wave 2 is almost done. 7 waves. I think it's 6 in the boss. But it does seem like the Ghost Rider may have found what in chess terminology would be called a cook. Basically, a new spin on a standard sort of opening that makes the content, basically breaks the build. Ghost Rider definitely doing work. I mean, the Ghost Rider that I was using also has that skill, and I know it's very good. I just hadn't considered how perhaps overpowered it is for this content. As long as everything's close together and he can keep his energy up, it just never has to stop. I kaboom those guys pretty good though. I'm not completely useless. I'm only mostly useless.
An even smaller Wolverine. Science has gone too far this time.
Next wave, that is 2 waves.
When you have real superpowers.
I have no idea how good the XP really is. I mean, you'd think it should be pretty good because you're pretty much non-stop murdering.
How many of you are there?
At this point, most of what I'm doing is just picking up the stuff from the people that Ghost Rider is flailing into gibbets of flesh. It is a bit of a long haul, as you can probably tell. $700,000 damage from you hitting somebody with a car. That doesn't seem unreasonable. Roar. Infinity point earned. $13 seconds left in this wave. We do not have a lot of wiggle room left. I have yet to see the sort of supposedly a silver orb. Any indicator of where it would be on the map or when it's up. I know it temporarily adds a lot to the bar, and that's the easiest way you can fail. By not taking care of that quickly. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Somebody else is going there. Oh, he got it, okay. That was the first time I've seen it, so.
You guys will never learn.
Given how much he can nuke everything around, it's probably better. Well, I mean, had we all had a nice chat before this, I would have suggested that someone just call out when the thing appears, and one of us should go get it, and he can stay here and continue to just deal with all the bad guys. Because he seems to be doing a hell of a job with that.
You have no hope.
So I do know what I'm looking for now with the orbs. Wave 5, okay.
You were no challenge.
Alright, we're coming to the end of this wave. Anything else I want to just sort of scoop up? I assume he took off after another the orbs. I didn't see it. A couple of them up there. You do have to be careful. You don't want to go too far apart from one another, otherwise you could lose mobs that aren't dying that need to be. Oh, okay. We need the orb. There's got to be an orb up somewhere. We all are in trouble. I don't see an orb anywhere. And I'm not very good at picking them up. There it is. I got it. Oof. That was some definite screen lag. Maybe a minute and 42. And then I get to find out whether it's 6 waves and a boss or 7 waves and then a boss. We cracked 1,000,000 with that car I just threw at a bunch of bad guys' faces. I was going to say faces, I was going to say heads. Feds came out. I think we're okay. "35 seconds. And then... boss? Boss is, I am informed, either a dinosaur, which is what we fought last night, or a guy on a dinosaur, which you can argue is just a dinosaur with bonus points. There should be an orb up somewhere I'm not seeing. Alright, prepare for the next wave. I don't see an orb anywhere. Is it the boss? Enemy wave 7. Everyone seems to be going down there. It's the boss!
Sweet Christmas!
So it is 6 and the boss. The boss isn't really much of a problem. Well, let's go ahead and ult his ass then. Down he goes. Cosmically Enhanced Book of Ibon. Not a great one. I believe from what Djinn said... Ooh, Infinity Orb case. We definitely want that. That's got 5 orbs in it. Hero comms, Protector's comms, 5 Infinity Orbs, or 6. Like 6. And always a cosmically enhanced artifact. I think that one, he said, was not actually ever released into the game. I think it was that one. The Book of Ibon is available as a drop in the game, but not the cosmically enhanced one. So it does take a while. You got other stuff we'll need to put away when we get back to home base. And we're off. Real soon now. Oh. I don't know how we leave. Actually, body slide, I guess. Oh, let's make sure we got everything we needed. Yeah, body slide? Yeah, body slide will work. Poof! So that's the first new content the game has seen in over 8 years.
I can respect a guy who's only out to protect his people, Magneto.
But the the multiple cases of mass murder of humans, that's a little dicier for me to take. And none of the rest of that is any use to me.
Have no fear. Miss Van Dyne supplies all our patents.
So we sell. Pardon me, yawn. It's been an incredibly stressful day for me. Because waking up is so exhausting. You know? I still have a bunch of SSBs left. I don't think I was aware that I had more SSBs. Now let's open a batch of SSBs. These are boxes full of loot. They're available on Wednesdays and Fridays. In the patrol events, ICP on Wednesday, every 4 hours there's leaderboards, 2 leaderboards. You can get on both. You can get, normally for 10 minutes time, I can get 10 boxes and 3 cards once every 4 hours. So 4 or 5 times on Wednesday. And then on Friday, the SSBs just are random drops from mobs in the other patrol, which is Hightown. We will reward ourselves by seeing if we can get anything nice out of these. Most of them are pretty basic. You open up, it'll have a couple rares, some runes, might have a unique or 2. And that's probably it. There's the jackpots, which I would say are between 10 and 15% of the time. They'll have a pet. They'll have a rare rune. A couple of other crafty bits that are rarer, and maybe a box with 25 relics. And then there's the super jackpot, which I've gotten once. And I know Degen said he hasn't gotten yet, and he's gone through literally hundreds of these boxes. I've probably gone through 200. He's probably gone through 2,000. So pretty long odds. That is actually one of the regular ones, but that's about as good a regular one as you can get. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Those are comms. We will... Right. We want to keep that over there, and we will feed these goodies to this pet. A lot of rares. The soul sword. It'll give you 1 to 3 of a stat, or 1 to all stats. Getting 1 of a stat is terrible.
I've made a lot of progress lately.
So you can just re-roll it. Oh my god, that's right. I added a bunch of stuff to that. So we toggle the inventory. Old lace goes in here along with 5 of any crafty bit. That's it. It resets that last affix, the unique cybernetic bonus, to be 0. And you need to feed it 8 more uniques. Is this one better than the one we currently have on Luke? might actually be we give up a little bit of crit damage for some crit rating, a little health, and a healthy chunk of damage reduction. It's not a big improvement. I'm going to say it's a very slight improvement. But I'm not even sure of that, but we're going to go with it anyway. And then we're going to sacrifice the old one to Old Lace. That's not... What does he currently have? Oh, that's right. Insignia for the heroes for hire. Health. Damage rating to bosses is nice. And then the rest of these sell. Next up. Another box. Again, a big not jackpot, though. Most of the time, you're going to end up with between 8 and 12 items. Impenetrable leather jacket. It's definitely better than what I'm currently using. I do like me some upgrades. That'll get filed away. The Legacy of Craven gets fed to the pet, and the Sandals of Hercules gets fed to the pet. Oh, just another regular one. For the most part here, you're not looking at the stats for that are in yellow on that. You're looking for the stats in green. And that one's not actually bad. Crit damage rating to melee power. Since all my powers are melee powers on this guy, that one's not bad. Just not good enough. Pardon the yawn again. Oh my god. Alright, and I've gotten pretty much nothing but pretty solid, of the standard box with more than usual stuff in them. This is not as good as the one I'm currently using. This jacket, definitely not as good. Those are not impressive. The yellow disco shirt is not one that we use, but we do have to recognize that there are other builds. At some point we might want to swap into an alternate build for Luke here. So we have a bunch of those yellow disco shirts just in case. Boy, are we dating ourselves or what here? Disco. The phrase "dead as disco" comes to mind. That's a more average, standard sort of thing you're going to get out of the boxes. We get some comms. There's always an insignia, usually a unique or possibly two. And did we do better on this time? +3 speed. That one we keep. And that leaves my +3 for fighting for Luke Cage here. And we will file away the old lace one with the other things that are going to be saved away for other characters. Keep in mind, up to 63 characters on the account, and I have them all. We did not get one of the little jackpots. It makes me sad. And I'm over it. No, I'm not. Okay, so we've got him there. We do have the potted Groot pet that we are also feeding items to. It gets Cupid's bow. The silver shades are not as good as the ones I'm currently wearing. Swap that. Those get sold. And pop over here. All the way up.
I gotta toss out something else first.
Yeah, it's because I clicked on the wrong thing. Fine. You happy? I admit it, I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. Old lace, that's a +2. All of these are more than I need, but I'm going to get them all to +3s, and then we'll make sure that everyone's got a good one. For instance, what happens is you can reset these until you get something you want. So you always want a +3 on one of your 2 stats in the game. Durability and fighting are both good ones anyway. So we have a +3 to fighting. The yellow ability is when you use a sig power, which my character does pretty frequently. You gain power radius and extra base damage. It's okay. It's not perfect. The green one I've got is actually pretty bad, though, so I'm going to reset that.
My genius goes way beyond just shrinking things.
You keep telling yourself that, Hank. Ladies and gentlemen, Hank Pym. Played by Michael Douglas in the movies. That's right, we want to get rid of the green. Not the unique. We like the unique. We want to get rid of the green. And the green has been cleared. All right, how close are we? We are very close to rank 5, finishing off our Savage Acts of Ares. We were in rank 3, so we've picked up whatever we needed in rank 4 and almost finished off rank 5, which is some ridiculous amount. You can see that last little bit of the orange progress bar is 13 million XP, just that last little bit. So that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to finish off his legendary item by going into Midtown Cosmic. Any of the cosmic content is going to be the toughest in the game, generally speaking.
Luke Cage never wanted to be special, and look where it got him.
And the patrols in particular can be very, very challenging. There's going to be a bunch of people around most of the time. If it's one of the patrol days, which are basically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can do them on the other days, but they're all buffed on Monday for Midtown, Wednesday for ICP, and Friday for Hightown. Oh, they're all down here. This is the 5 Doombots. The Doombots can kill you really fast. What they have is they all can fire out a very slow moving, very hard hitting ball attack. Let's just call it a ball attack. And if a couple of them hit you at once with it, you can die almost instantly. But once you've got a couple of Doombots dead, they're far less dangerous. But if a couple of them hit you with that slow-moving projectile that ticks damage, you can be dead in a blink. I'll also note that Midtown Madness can end up with you having a ridiculous crapload of loot to deal with. Don't do it. You did it. You had to do it. I did warn him. I warned him not to. What is it about these mobs? They just don't listen to me. I give them good advice, and they just do whatever they're going to do anyway. And there's something here. There's another Midtown Madness chest. There we go. And a few more crafting mats. And that was enough to get us to rank 5 on the Savage Acts of Ares. Physical damage rating, crit hit rating, brutal damage rating, brutal strike rating, and then an 8% chance when you hit to leave an enemy mortally wounded. 8,000 physical damage twice a second for 5 seconds, so 80,000 damage. 80,000, not that much. So the slot 5 on the weapon, not that important, really. But you don't want to leave it undone, you know? All right, World Stones. Doop, 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 doop. And these have XP in them.
Now that is what I call bling.
Almost 2 million per box. More uniques. Now uniques by default at level 60 drop as item grade 63. They can go up to 69, I believe. Most of mine are 66. And all those is a wider range of the rolls. Instead of, 1 to 100, might be 1 to 120, and then 1 to 150 for the highest tier. So you can still get higher tier items that are crap. Although you can also re-roll the items, in which case it would be a good idea to, if you're going to re-roll items, to re-roll the highest tier you've got access to. Right, that needs to sell. That needs to sell. Pardon me. I'm weird about having to rearrange my stuff more or less the way my brain is comfortable with it. Nope. Nope. If you wonder what I'm looking for on those catalysts, normally you want 3 of one of your primary stats. Again, that's durability and strength here. Sorry, durability and fighting here. And you really want 418 health when you hit an enemy, especially him, because his hits already have a very large life drain. The more you get, it's easier to stand face to face and just punch. That is not especially good. That is nope and a no. We have a Cosmic Midtown Madness and a Midtown Madness. I'll take 10 relics. Relics go in this slot. You can have up to 1,000 of them. I finally cracked 1,000 for my first one of them last night. I think it was this one, the Relic of Asgard. That's damage rating to melee power. So, I mean, theoretically, I could slap the 1,000, the 999, currently what we're showing. Can we actually get 1,000? I thought we could. Yeah, okay. 1,000. 411 damage to melee powers. All those powers, I think, are melee. No, they're not. Most of them are. The car isn't. Iron Fist isn't. Normally, if at all possible, you want to optimize for whatever they're best at. Unsurprisingly. All right, let's pop the group back up. He's got that. Okay, that is not as good as the one I'm currently using. Eidolon Warwear. It looks like a chip. Cage's Knuckle Dusters. Oh, I was going to say those are actually better, but they're not. Primarily because it only has 4 fighting instead of 5 fighting. Those numbers are very important, the base stats. The headband we don't wear. We can slot that away. The cage buckle. No. Where is it? That one. Pretty decent numbers. I think we've got an extra item we can sack. And we got some of those. We can definitely grab that out. And we'll see if we can get lucky and get the Potted Groot to have a decent, unique cybernetic bonus. Here we go. Now, There are 6 stats. You can get 1, 2, or 3 in any one of the stats, and you can also get +1 to all stats. So that means that there are 19 different possibilities that you can get. Of those 19, 7 of them are keepers. That is 3 of a stat and 1 of all stats, as there are some characters who get good benefits from all stats. But 2 and 1 are never good for anybody. Oops, wrong crafter dude.
I've made a lot of progress lately.
That's awesome for you. Really, we're all thrilled, Hank. Back to toggle inventory. Pothead Groot.
Somebody asking for an ass whooping?
Yes, somebody was asking for an ass whooping. Hulk, I think his name was. Big guy, green. Let's see, we've got more boxes. Let's open a few more boxes. Well, a lot of these boxes I had saved to speed up the equipping of characters when they hit 60. They all have 60. They all have at least uniques of their own, if not other character, or any character uniques that are better. For most characters, anywhere from like 1 to 3 of the uniques will be best in slot for them. And almost for everyone, Shard of Twilight, I think it's called, is the best in slot 1 for almost all the classes. Again, a nice little collection, but not one of the jackpot boxes that I had spoken of previously. Cerebro, the tiara that Luke wears sometimes when he's feeling his inner self. This is not as good as the one I'm currently using. He used to be Power Man. I'm not sure when he stopped being Power Man. His bio, let's see. While serving prison time for a crime he didn't commit, former gang member Carl Lucas volunteered for an experiment that gave him enhanced strength and unbreakable skin. He promptly used his abilities to escape prison, returning to his boyhood streets in Harlem. Rather than returning to crime, he took the name Luke Cage and became a mercenary hero for hire, using his powers to help anyone who could afford his asking price. More recently, he served with distinction on the New Avengers. He was called Power Man. I don't know why he stopped going with that particular name. But he did. This one is better than I'm currently using. Note, they're both item grade 66s, but this one just rolled better in every category there except one. It's slightly lower on melee powers, but anywhere from a little bit to a lot higher. That one is really good. What are the numbers? The numbers here basically for each item that has a range of stats for any given skill or bonus, it's rolled on a D100. And you can see here we got a 66, 46 is the only one we're lower, and then 63, 77, 88. Those are good numbers. Red numbers are either under 50 or 50 and under. 90 and to 50 or 51, whichever, are the yellow numbers, and then green numbers are for 91 to 100. So that's actually a really good item and a definite improvement. Brutal Strike and Deflect. Mega Sentinel, no thank you. Silver Shades of the New Avenger. Not bad, just not quite as good as the other. A little bit more damage reduction and critical hit rating. A little bit less on 3 of the stats. It's basically a push, but I'm going to keep opening boxes until we get what I call one of the jackpot boxes. And we'll know that because it'll have a pet in it. And that ain't one of them. 3 fighting, but no health on hit. No. 25 for relic. Those are always nice. Relic. The advanced Atlantean jewel. A lot of the artifacts have no use case. No character, whatever it is. Not sure in the game design where you ever really want to design an item that no one would ever want to use. I always think there should be a character in the game, at least one, for whom any given artifact needs to go up here on the top. There should be a character for whom that's best in slot for every single one, or at least a reasonable second. Not a jackpot. We're getting a lot of Cerebros tonight. May want to put that one away. Where were we with Luke? Luke was towards the bottom. There he is. Nope. We have still. This is an unusually long, I want to call it cold streak, I suppose. That was a really dreadful box. We're due. We're due. Right here. Here it comes. There it is. See, I called it. It's easy when you know how. This is one of the jackpots. Not the super jackpot that I've only gotten once. But a lot of this stuff is going to get put away. That's going to get put away. That's not. That's not. Nope. The disco shirt. He's not using the disco shirt. We got 2 of the disco shirts. That's someone mocking me. They're laughing at me. Understandable, really. I mean, you guys have seen my work. We got a legendary item. I'm not sure it's good for anyone, but certainly it's, it can be given because getting these legendaries is expensive. They're 300, at least 300 Odin marks each. For the basic ones, they're 300 each. And despite the amount I'm playing, I think I've got 5 or 6 of them equipped, and I have a grand total of 1,400. So I could equip 4 more on other characters, and that would be a dozen, 10 or 12 characters, if that. So 1/5 of all the characters would then have legendaries. So filling in the blank for others, a legendary is better than no legendary. So that one will get put away. The Advanced Reserve Electrical Generator. I think that's best in slot for a couple of characters. There's another pet, a rare rune. And 1 fighting.
Would you like to see something I just invented?
Would you like to see my fist? All right, we sacrifice the other one to the pet, which nom noms it. What's the ring again? Yeah, nothing. So we'll put this stuff appropriate slots. If you're smarter than me and you decide to play the game, take a little more time in choosing the iconography for your stash tabs. There are 2 types of stash tabs, the ones where you get to choose the icon, and then 1 for each character. I don't have all the character ones yet. They're cheap. Pardon the yawn. They're cheap on this server as opposed to on live. On live, they were not cheap. Dupe rune. Another pet. We've got so many pets. Those can go away. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Drop that there. Drop that in there for now. I got that last night on my first go on the Dinos Invade New York event. Lizards, cosmically enhanced formula. Not sure if that makes a use case for anyone. Decent rolls. Not a lot of rolls though. A lot of those have fixed values, so they list them as 100%, but that's just because it's fixed. Yeah, average rolls really. Attack speed and speed. You crit, regenerate, and get spirit. Something like that, the recovery of spirit when critically hitting might make the Johnny Blaze build we saw earlier, the Ghost Rider build, more functional. I'm not sure it makes the build for anyone, but still nice to have gotten it. And let's face it, for 20 minutes work, once a day, you can do it multiple times, the event, but you only get the guaranteed cosmic enhanced artifact once a day. Do, I guess, one more run around in Midtown, and then I'll call it an evening. Sister Minister is up.
Shut that down hard.
We could recognize anyone.
Shut down.
This is all going as calculated.
Now that is what
Behold my creation.
Don't wanna.
Your reputation is exaggerated.
And we'll finish Mr. Sinister off with the Dempsey roll. Maybe the best single target attack? I'm not sure. Either that or Moon Knights. I'm not sure. I remember Moon Knight being the strongest single target for most of my time in the game, which was before the biggest update ever, when they changed things so much. More Eternity Splinters. I'll get to her in a minute. I'm just picking up my stuff over here, and then we'll step over and we'll beat up the lady. Not to put too fine a point on it. Dempsey roll on her.
Here we go. Knee ouch.
Knee ouch. That's the best you've got. Needs work, Black Cat. Just saying.
Fine, you got me.
Time to get busy. Either get busy living or get busy dying. Old guy movie reference. We'll pop open this stuff and then I'll call it an evening. As always, I do want to thank you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it very, very much. I expect I should be back tomorrow at the usual time. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Not sure what I'll be playing, though. No real idea, actually. Kind of embarrassing you'd expect a guy to know at this time what he feels like playing. But no, evidently I don't. Yeah, I really have no idea what I'm going to be playing. Right now, I'm in sort of one of those in-between game stages, you know, where there's nothing that's particularly grabbing you. Nothing that says, let's play me. right now. I do have a number that are coming up. I have listed them before. I will list them again in a sec after I open up all of my boxes. There's like 6 games on my coming up list, but I don't think any of them are this month. They'll start next month. Might be one this month.
This might just be worth my time.
They are. I'm a serious streamer, guys. I take notes about things, okay? Right, August 27th. We get Star Wars Zero Company. That's a maybe for me. I'll certainly keep an eye on it. September 15th, we get RuneScape Dragon Wilds 1.0 release. That's a very probable. On September 22nd, we get the solo and console release for Dune. That's an almost certain definite from me, as being able to set up the world and tune it the way I want for a solo play, when it's mostly a solo game anyway, for most players. You can play with friends, and in this case you can set up server for you and friends as well. October 1st is the new Last Epoch season. That's a likely. October 15th, Enshrouded 1.0. That's a fairly likely. And October 9th, a game called Permafrost, which is a survival crafter in an Arctic environment. And that looked and sounded interesting to me. That's a maybe. Those are the ones that are currently on my upcoming list. Four Winds starts tomorrow night. I think you are correct. I believe so, yeah. In which case I'll be doing that. Thank you for pointing that out. That is almost certainly what I'll be doing tomorrow, is running around in Four Winds, at least for an evening. Grabbing the usual stuff. I'm not intending on doing the gambling that a lot of people love to do. It's just not my vibe. I have the personality who finds it immensely attractive, but I am cognizant of my own weaknesses to the point that I can easily, relatively, avoid trying to cash in and get lucky. Not everyone, I understand, has the self-control. Thinking of myself as having self-control is a little difficult, I have to say. Okay, maybe more than a little. It's significantly difficult. But here we are. The disco shirt. No. I generally, well, what's the old line? I can resist anything except temptation. That generally holds for me. Wait, that's a lot of health gain. How's everything else on that? A big drop in critical damage for a big gain in health. Can't do it. Can't quite do it. How about this one? No. +2 energy, it's just not good. Four Winds takes place in 2 locations.
I've made a lot of progress.
I don't do much in, I might do the central fight 6 bosses, I think, in Lion's Arch, not Lion's Arch, Divinity's Reach. But most of what I do in Four Winds Cliffs, whatever the hell the name is. I can't remember now because my brain sometimes fails to brain. It used to be really good at braining. Now my brain is okay at braining.
Somebody asked you for a beatdown.
At best, generally. Yeah, I'm asking for a beatdown, actually, Luke. We'll talk later. The impenetrable leather jacket. Is it really impenetrable, though? It's not as good. And nope. We have a Midtown fortune card with another Mighty Cage buckle. No. Way worse. Way not good. Way not good. No, 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 no. And I actually might have an empty spot for that. Wrong. Correct. I do have an empty spot for that. The only thing we're short on a little bit is the chess pieces, which are defensive. For whatever reason, a lot of characters, almost most of the characters, I think, for their Uru, choose the defense bonus. Okay, and we have finished up our evening's work here. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Back tomorrow at the usual time. Hopefully you'll see me then. And it will be Guild Wars 2. Thank you again, Lone Star, for pointing that out. Festival of the Four Winds. And I don't know, maybe a key farm. If not, maybe some leveling after. Anyway, that'll be the plan. So, back tomorrow. Hopefully you see me soon. I hope the rest of your Monday night, Sunday, or Monday night, Tuesday morning possibly, goes okay. And as always, to set an achievable goal, I hope the rest of your work week doesn't suck. I am back tomorrow. Take care and